I mean, give me anyone at this point. I think we should let the fans decide. They've been like so vocal at the moment trying to get me back in the cage. The world is mine. I don't know. We'll have to sit together with PFL and see what we can come up with. But I just beat the best girl that's out there out of any other division.
What would happen if Dakota Ditcheva stood across from Ekaterina Vandaryeva, one of the hardest-hitting strikers in women's Muay Thai? In this dream matchup, one punch flips the entire fight, and Dakota faces the first real danger of her career. Ekaterina Vandaryeva, known across Europe and Asia as Barbie, is one of the most decorated and dangerous female strikers of her generation, a fighter whose glamorous appearance hides years of violence, discipline, and elite Muay Thai craftsmanship. Born in Belarus on January 20th, 1991, she started training as a teenager and quickly transformed into a world-class destroyer. By the age of 18, she was already a world champion in Thailand, standing toe-to-toe with the best fighters in the birthplace of Muay Thai. Over the years, she carved out a legendary resume: 59 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw, and an unbelievable 16 knockouts, a number exceptionally rare in women's striking divisions. Vandereyva is tall, sharp, and technically elegant. She doesn't fight like a traditional long-range kicker. She fights like a sniper, landing each strike with emotionless precision. Every jab, every knee, every right hand is thrown with intention and lands like a steel hammer. When she connects clean, you feel the force even through the screen. Her reach, timing, and explosive power make her a terrifying opponent, especially for shorter fighters who struggle to close distance against her punishing counter-striking. Her reputation grew even larger after handing Joanna Jędrzejczyk, a future UFC world champion and one of the greatest female fighters ever, her first professional loss in 2011. Vandereyva is a veteran of wars against some of the most elite strikers in one championship, including Janet Todd, Jackie Bunton, and Supergirl Jarunsak. Even in fights she didn't win, she showcased world-class technique and championship heart. She has spent almost 2 decades sharpening her weapons, making her one of the most experienced female strikers still competing at a high level today. On the other side stands Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated queen of modern women's MMA, the face of British combat sports, and one of the fastest rising stars in the world. Born on July 25, 1998, the Manchester-born phenom has taken the MMA world by storm with her icy composure, surgical precision, and violent finishing ability. At only 27 years old, Dakota has built a perfect 15-0 record with 12 knockouts, an outrageous 80% finish rate more commonly seen in heavyweight divisions. She is tall, rangy, fluid, and exceptionally dangerous at all distances. Her body shots are legendary. Opponents collapse the moment she digs into their ribs or slams her shin into their midsection. Her ability to stay calm under pressure, read timing, and punish mistakes makes her look like a seasoned veteran despite her age. In 2024, Dakota made history by becoming the youngest PFL world champion and the first British woman to win an MMA world title, earning the $1 million prize with a dominant performance that cemented her as the future of women's combat sports. Her evolution has been rapid. Although she came from a Muay Thai background, she has transformed into a complete mixed martial artist with strong wrestling, smart scrambles, aggressive ground and pound, and world-class fight IQ. She isn't just winning fights, she's dismantling opponents with cold professionalism. Dakota and Ekaterina are fascinating mirrors of each other, 2 tall, long, elegant strikers built from the same Muay Thai foundation, but forged into different types of fighters. One is a master of traditional striking with nearly 70 professional fights. The other is the modern MMA hybrid, blending Muay Thai with superior wrestling, cage control, and relentless pace. Their similarities in style are striking. Both women have long frames, sharp timing, devastating body attacks, and the ability to punish anyone who gets careless. Yet their differences are equally intriguing. Ekaterina Vandaryeva is a 3-time Muay Thai world champion with IFMA gold medals, WKN titles, and a resume that stretches back to the early 2000s. Her experience, her composure, and her technical foundation make her a nightmare in a pure striking match. She has seen every rhythm, every feint, every deceptive setup imaginable, and she reads opponents like a seasoned hunter. When she fought Martina Kinska in one championship, she demonstrated the full depth of her skill, setting traps, baiting entries, countering with perfect timing, and punishing every mistake. Her straight right hand remains one of her most dangerous weapons, combined with elbows and a long-range kicking game that breaks rhythm and keeps opponents off balance. Even at 34, she continues to fight elite prospects instead of padding her record, showing the courage and grit of a true veteran. She does not shy away from dangerous matchups. She walks into the fire willingly. Meanwhile, Dakota Ditcheva fights with an entirely different kind of energy. Where Barbie waits, Dakota hunts. Her pressure is suffocating, her pace relentless, and her instincts are razor-sharp. She overwhelms opponents with combinations, using long jabs, stabbing teeps, slicing elbows, and crushing kicks. Her secret weapon is her body shot, the liver kick or solar plexus punch that instantly drains an opponent's will to continue. Dakota multiplies pressure when she senses weakness, never giving opponents a chance to recover. Even when she takes fights to the ground, she maintains the same level of violence. Her ground and pound is vicious, full of short elbows, hammer fists, and perfectly placed shots that create openings for a finish. She fights like someone who gets stronger as the fight goes on, feeding off the pace and building momentum until her opponent breaks. Her mindset is that of a champion already, calm, confident, composed, and hungry for legacy. Their potential meeting is one of the most intriguing stylistic matchups in women's combat sports. In a striking-only match, Vandereyva's vast experience would be a serious advantage. She has seen every style and survived wars across multiple eras. Her timing, counter-striking, and ring IQ would be difficult for Dakota to deal with. But in MMA, everything shifts. Dakota's wrestling, clinch control, takedown defense, and ability to mix striking with grappling would smother Barbie's ability to maintain long-range positions. Dakota's cardio and pace would create chaos, forcing Barbie into uncomfortable exchanges. The cage environment favors Dakota heavily. She can pressure, pin, drag the fight into clinch battles, and punish Barbie's body with knees and elbows. What makes the idea of the fight even more dramatic is the narrative. The seasoned queen of Muay Thai versus the undefeated modern assassin. Barbie, with 70 professional fights, refined technique, decades of experience, and a career built in the heart of Muay Thai. Dakota, the young, hungry, unstoppable storm tearing through MMA with violence and precision. Both women are beautiful, dangerous, respected, and feared. Both built themselves from the art of 8 limbs. Both carry championship DNA, but they are two sides of the same coin, one forged in tradition, the other forged in evolution. The idea of Dakota Ditcheva facing Ekaterina Vandaryeva is powerful because it represents two different eras of striking colliding, one fighter at the beginning of her global takeover, and the other a battle-tested veteran whose skill has been forged for nearly 2 decades at the highest level. Vanderyeva's technique is polished and elegant. She keeps her shoulders high, her chin tucked, and her steps light and sharp. She uses feints to manipulate reactions, waiting for the perfect moment to drop her right hand or fire a stabbing knee. Her counters are her deadliest weapon, and her ability to read patterns is what separates her from most women in the sport. When she fought Supergirl Jarunsak, even in a controversial loss, she displayed a masterclass in timing, landing clean shots that stunned fans and exposed holes in her opponent's aggression. Vandaryeva's nature is calm but dangerous. She doesn't chase opponents. She lets them walk into her traps. Her long legs allow her to kick from distances that others can't reach, and her straight punches land with surprising power. Even when fighting younger, faster, fresher athletes, she remains composed and fights like a champion who has been here 1,000 times before. But Dakota's strengths challenge everything Vandaryeva does well. Dakota's reach equals Vandaryeva's, but her pace is much higher. Her footwork is smoother. Her reaction time is younger, faster, and sharper. Dakota doesn't wait. She pushes forward with controlled aggression, stabbing the body early to set up headshots later. Her ability to switch between boxing, kicking, elbows, and knees makes her unpredictable. She can pressure like a Muay Thai fighter, counter like a kickboxer, and scramble like a grappler. Vandaryeva would want to keep the fight at long range, using her length to maintain control. But Dakota's signature weapon, her liver shots, would be a problem. She hides them behind jabs, angles, and feints so clean that opponents rarely see them coming until their body shuts down. Even fighters with strong cores struggle when Dakota digs her shin into the ribs. The pain is immediate and unavoidable. The biggest factor in their potential matchup is Dakota's wrestling threat. Vandereyva is experienced in clinch battles but not in MMA scramble situations. Dakota's ability to change levels, shoot takedowns, and pressure against the cage would break the rhythm Vandereyva depends on. The moment Vandereyva is forced backward, her timing disappears. Dakota thrives when opponents go backward. Her jab becomes busier, her head movement becomes sharper, her body shots become deadly, and in the cage there is nowhere to escape the pressure. Dakota is also more physically explosive. When she sees weakness, she attacks with full commitment, never hesitating, never slowing. Vandereyva, though extremely tough, has shown vulnerability against forward pressure in her championship fights. Against Jackie Buntan, she struggled to keep the American off her. Against Supergirl, she struggled when pushed backward. Dakota, who operates at a higher speed and higher pace than both, would be an even tougher puzzle. But this matchup is not just technique versus technique. It is story versus story, legacy versus rise, experience versus youth, elegance versus aggression. Vandereyeva's career is filled with triumphs, controversies, and unforgettable battles. She has gone through different eras of women's striking, facing legends and newcomers alike. Her journey includes long layoffs, comebacks, heartbreaking split decisions, and moments of pure brilliance. Every scar tells a story. Every win carries meaning. Every loss added more depth to her arsenal. She is the kind of fighter young prospects study, but Dakota is not just a prospect anymore. She is a champion in the making, already delivering performances that veterans respect. She has the type of discipline and focus that creates long-lasting champions. She trains with purpose, adapts to every opponent, and improves rapidly between fights. There is no arrogance in her style, just confidence built through preparation and hard work. If Vandereyva was still in her prime, the fight might have been closer. Her timing was extraordinary, her reactions lightning quick. She could dismantle aggressive fighters with patient counters. She had knockout power, championship experience, and a deep understanding of Muay Thai nuances. But Dakota is currently at the peak of her athletic prime. She is younger, faster, fresher, and fully adapted to the demands of MMA. She carries knockout power in both hands. Her legs fire like pistons. Her cardio is elite, and her mindset is calm, assertive, and unbreakable. Vandereyeva's best chance would be a striking-only duel, but Dakota's versatility gives her more ways to win. Dakota can strike at range, strike in the pocket, clinch, wrestle, scramble, and break opponents with pace alone. Beyond the technical matchup, the emotional weight of such a fight is enormous. Dakota Ditcheva represents the future. Ekaterina Vandaryeva represents the past. Dakota is climbing to global superstardom, headlining cards, winning world championships, and becoming the face of women's MMA. Vandereyva is the veteran who inspired a generation, proving that technique, beauty, and violence can coexist in the same athlete. Their careers reflect two different eras, yet they are tied by the same foundation, Muay Thai. They are sisters of the same art, but built for different worlds. The idea of Dakota suffering her first loss to a veteran like Vandereyva is a dramatic storyline that captures fans' imagination. But when we look at skill, speed, athleticism, and current performance levels, Dakota stands as the clear superior fighter. Her evolution is too far ahead. Her strike selection is too refined. Her composure is too advanced. Her wrestling is too disruptive. Her pace is too overwhelming. Vandereyva, for all her brilliance, would struggle to match the tempo. Dakota's ability to mix levels, to break rhythm, and to hurt with every strike makes her a nightmare for anyone, even legends. And this is what makes Dakota so special. She carries the spirit of a striker like Vandereyva, but she fights with the tools of the modern era. She is the natural evolution of athletes like Barbie, a new generation built on top of the foundation laid by fighters like Ekaterina. If the fight happened in their primes in a pure Muay Thai ring, Vandereyva might have had moments of success. Her timing and long-range weapons would create openings. But in today's MMA world, Dakota's adaptability and violence would simply overpower the veteran. She would pressure early, attack the body, cut off angles, mix in wrestling, and take over the pace completely. Vandereyeva's best weapon, her counter timing, would be disrupted by Dakota's feints and takedown threats. And once Dakota finds the body, the fight shifts heavily in her favor. Her power is too much. Her precision is too sharp. Her aggression is too intelligent. Dakota Ditcheva is not just undefeated. She is evolving into a complete martial artist capable of dominating every range of combat. Ekaterina Vandaryeva, the legend, might stand as one of the few with the experience to challenge her in pure striking. But in the world of MMA, Dakota's complete arsenal makes her a nightmare matchup for anyone. The story of Dakota Ditcheva's first loss will remain fiction for now, because the reality is clear. Dakota is not only the future, she is the standard. And as long as she continues to sharpen her weapons, respect her craft, and fight with her signature calm brutality, she will remain the undefeated storm that even legends struggle to survive.